What's up, amigos? Commander Jaime here today. We're going to do an unboxing video today. This is the humblest and appreciative opportunity that I got reached out by Bushiroad, and they actually provided this box of set 3, also known as Advance of Intertwined Stars. So I am just excited to be able to get the chance to do this, and it's really cool stuff that we're getting in set 3 too, since in the English it's been a little while since we get a new booster set. And also I'll talk about some of the new ride lines that we're getting too and see what we pull. So hopefully good vibes on also getting a DSR, Magnolia, or Seraph Snow. And of course, to the new viewers watching, welcome to the channel as well. So let's get right into it. So just so you guys know too, the show is actually airing right now too. So the second season of ovDress. It's actually on Mondays at 3:30 p.m. UTC time, so you can check it on the Vanguard channel as well. I'm gonna also put this here just so you guys can see it a little bit. There we go. I have the camera really close, but as you can see, this is what it looks like too. It looks really cool. It's been a while since I've seen a booster box, to be quite frank. And we already got little goodies over here. So as we can see, a booklet, of course. Also, if you guys haven't had the chance yet, there's a D4DJ Groovy Mix game. They actually recently did a collab event with Vanguard too for the ovDress stuff. That was actually pretty cool. So I had the chance to even do that for Bushiroad. And wow, this is brand new. I actually haven't seen this. Can attack from the back row, Dark Knight. Wow, they added these things you can just use for your games. That's actually really cool. Yeah, so this is new to me actually. So this is what it looks like too. And it looks like you could just poke them out. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. If you want to decrease the attack at that point too. And look, we got some packs. How many do we get? We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. We get 8 packs for each side, so we'll get 16. I'll do some of the quick highlights on some of them too, and also just talk briefly on some of the couple things. We are getting new ride lines too. So as you can see, we have Greedon for Dark States, we have Gravidia over here for Brant Gate, and we have Flagberg for stoicheia. This one I'm most excited about. I guess for stoicheia, it's the nation that I'm most excited about because Flagberg has that Aqua Force feel too, and especially if you play like the old school Maelstrom days too, you'll definitely feel the nostalgic. Hence that Lambros mat back from GRB too. So let's start opening some of the packs too. We'll start like this. So we got Nate over here, so you guys can see that too. We got Bright Force, Hope, Charicos, or Caricos. I'm still trying to figure out how to pronounce this guy, but he's the new starter for stoicheia, and it's just, I love the artwork. I'm actually looking forward to using it too, in some of my stoicheia decks. Oh, speaking of the new ride lines, this is the grade 1 for the Gravidia ride line. So when this unit is placed on Vanguard, you can actually look at the top 7 from the top of your deck, choose any number of meteorite cards and reveal them, and to put them into your hand and shuffle them. So this lets you actually start searching for meteorite cards, which the deck actually functions on, and I'm sure we'll open some, and as soon as I reveal one of them, I can cover in depth as well. And then its second skill, it's on Rearguard Circle skill. Once per turn, if your Vanguard is Gravidia, you can Soul Blast one, choose up to 2 meteorite cards from your hand and put them into your order zone, and this unit gets plus 2k. So this helps adding those cards into the order zone, which actually the grade 3 looks for too. Ooh, we got it right here. Wild Crow. So if you played an order this turn, you can actually discard an order card from your hand and draw a card. So this is useful mainly for Zorga, but it is also available to any other stoicheia cards or decks. They use order, so it can help filter in that sense too. And wow, we got our first triple R, and this is Magic of Objective Kakurun, if I pronounced that correctly. And when this unit is placed onto Rearguard Circle, if your Vanguard is Hexorb Sorceress or Pentagram Sorceress, Soul Blast one, look at the top 2 cards of your top of your deck and put them in the top of your deck in any order. So this lets you stack, and it's actually pretty nice too, so it helps with the Hexorb pressure that it's trying to accomplish on its winning image. The second skill is a continuous Rearguard Guardian Circle. If your Vanguard is Hexorb Sorceress, this unit gets plus 2k and 5k shield as well. So this helps also defensively in those cases too, and have that additional pressure of hitting 12k, and then you can have a booster that hits over the 13k mark as well. Oh, I actually just noticed this is also active during your opponent's turn, so this becomes a 12k unit that they had to get over with. That's actually pretty nice. On to the next pack. Oh yeah, there we go. Desire Devil Taida. So this is the starter for the Greedon right line. Once we start getting into some of those units, I'll actually talk about their effects. We have Geo Acceleration. It's an order card for Dark States. We have Cyro, which is for Dark States as well. We have Barometz. We have Sheer Zenith. This is for like prisons. And ooh, we got a Desire Devil over here. And so when this is rode upon by the Evacious Demonic Dragon Greedon, which is the main grade 3 for the right line, you could put a card from your hand into your soul and search your deck for a card with the same card name as this card and reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. And then of course the second skill is the soul skill. And during your turn, if your damage zone has 4 or more cards and Greedon with the Vanguard circle, it gets plus 5k. So this helps with giving the Vanguard power, which is going to be relevant once we get to him. Because it's able to restand, and why not take advantage of that too? And so we got a double rare. We have Drag Gridded Shahab, or Shahib, or Shihab. When this unit is placed into Rearguard Circle, this unit gets an additional plus 5k until the end of the turn. When you would ride from your right deck, you can ride with this red tech skill, put this into your soul, instead of choose a card from your hand and discard it. So this is interesting. It's a skill where normally you actually discard for the right line, but this lets you put it into soul if it's on Rearguard Circle instead. Which is kind of cool. You apply pressure, and then of course you could just put it away. On to the next one. Another Desire Devil starter. We have the order for Dragon Empire. We have Sarah again. Assaulta. Here we go. So again, for the Gravidia line, they use Meteor cards. This one is called Neatness Meteor Shower. So continuous. You may have up to 16 of these cards in your deck. So typically in Vanguard, you can only play copies of 4. This lets you play more than that. And we've seen this with the stand trigger with the original Aquaforce back in the day, like years ago. And the second skill is that when this card is put into the order zone, you may Soul Bless. You may Soul Charge 1. If it was put to your Vanguard's ability, you may draw a card. So your Vanguard will have abilities to put these into the order zone, so that way you can start generating advantage too on top of that. And then lastly, when this card is put into the drop zone from an order zone, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. So you're able to have some board control and retire the units. It's kind of cool because it's the meteorite effect. So like the dinosaurs went extinct when the meteors hit. So it just has that kind of like feeling with it. We have over here Geld. And then what do we got? We got Stealth Dragon Fushamachi Madoko. Man, it's like Nubatama almost. Continuous Rearguard Guardian Circle. If your opponent's drop has 4 or more cards, this unit gets plus 2k and 5k shield. Then if it has 8 or more cards, this unit gets plus 5k shield. It's active during your opponent's turn. So more and more, they're starting to have these cards that give power during your opponent's turn too, which could be key to your plays. On to the next one, we have Desire Devil Historia. This is supposed to complement with the new grade 3. We have Ambush Kill Smoke. Gravidia Dalton. This is the Dylan. This is the actual starter for it too. Got Removal Angel. This is pretty cool. Death Inviting Black Magic. So this is almost like Pot of Greed. So what I mean by that is that you can pay the cost with Counterblast 4 to draw 2 cards. So it's literally Pot of Greed for Counterblast 4. But there are other ways to get around the cost, so it's actually not as costly or at all. So some decks do play this to be able to draw cards and take advantage of that. This is one of the few crits that we're getting into the set that have a skill now in overdress. This is the first set we actually have skills on crit triggers. So as a rearguard, at the end of the battle, this unit boosted. You can put this into your soul and choose one of your units, and it gets plus 2k until the end of the turn. So that can help make some numbers too, especially if you have a restander. So like in Dragon Empire, would be the Vararina that restands, and that grade 3. So that way you can take advantage of the power too, and hopefully you could probably make some numbers depending on what you boosted and give power to. So here we have a hollow. So we have when this unit is placed onto a rearguard circle, if your Vanguard is a Master of Gravity Barrel Magnus, you can Counterblast 1, choose any number of normal units from your soul, and this unit gets plus 5k until the end of the turn for each card chosen. Return all of the chosen cards to your deck and shuffle it. So this card also kind of helps fill up your deck back, so that way you don't deck out too. Okay, we have Chitsus Dragon Mushroom Armor. We have Obstrin here. We have Erosio. We have Carrion Processing. This is pretty unique for stoicheia. You can Counterblast 1, bind this unit, and choose an order card from your drop and add it to your hand. So this is able to reuse order cards, but there's other cards that also put order cards into the drop zone, so you're able to like kind of like search for them in a way, which is pretty cool. This is wow, they changed the name. It used to be Decay Dragon. This is Fabricated Dragon of Ruination. Huh, interesting name. So this card is pretty cool. So when this unit is placed onto Vanguard Circle, choose a normal order from your drop, and you may play it without paying its cost. That's what I was talking about with the other card to be able to counterblast for it to draw 2. You can actually ride this and just draw 2 cards by activating it from the drop zone like that. It's pretty cool. Although that's the only skill it has, so in overdress it may not be as strong, but it's still useful in that regard. In premium, it actually has some value in it, so that might be something I might do in the future too, to show off as well. We have over here Twin Strike of Deathstorm Orlando. Love the name, by the way. And yes, this is what I was looking for. Flagship Dragon Flagberg Dragon. Again, this is the new right line for stoicheia. Man, good vibes. So auto Vanguard Circle. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you can counterblast 1 and perform all of the following according to the number of attacks you made this turn. So if you made 3 or more attacks, you draw a card. Then if you made 4 or more cards, your opponent chooses 2 rearguards and retires them. And then if you have 5 or more attacks, you can, until the end of the battle, this unit gets plus 10k, and when your opponent would call cards from their hand to Guardian Circle, they must call 3 or more at the same time. This is awesome. It has that Maelstrom feel where basically you get to the 4th battle and then your Vanguard can attack the last one. And you get the benefits because you draw a card, you start retiring, and then eventually you have guard restriction and power, which can seal the deal for that game too. And if your opponent's at low damage, you may not have to go to the 5th battle with this Vanguard. You can actually go to the 4th battle, still get the other 2 effects, and then have the 5th battle be a rearguard, so that rearguard can actually have the triggers put onto that you twin drive to as well. So this is a really good card. I'm just excited to play this new right line too, because it's Aqua Force. On to the next pack, we got still Judge over here for Brand Gates, Marrow, Dark States, Inroad Shooter for stoicheia. So this is the grade 1 right lane for Flagberg. So auto, when this unit is rolled upon by Ascendant Assault, call this unit to Rearguard Circle. So this is a free body that you can have as a booster or as an attacker to have that pressure. Second skill is a Rearguard Circle skill. If you have a Vanguard that is Flagship Flagberg or Ascendant Assault, this unit gets Intercept and plus 2k. So this automatically becomes a 10k attacker or booster, which is really nice because at that point you can hit grade 2 Vanguards if you want to have that early rush, and then boom boom to have that pressure too. This is awesome. I like the hedgehog over here. It's really adorable too. This is good for Magnolia too, as you can see with the animals too. And we have Felicitia. So if you Persona Road this turn, Counterblast 2, retire this unit, choose one of your grade 3s Vanguards, and actually choose one of your grade 3 units and it gets plus drive plus 1. So this is pretty cool that it just gives extra drive, but again, you just be mindful of Counterblast, which is pretty doable in Bastion, but it's just really if you guys want to go from that playstyle. So we have Koyoko for the Dragon Empire, and this helps with Nirvana as well. And then what do we have here? So we have the double R. So when this unit is placed onto Rearguard Circle, your Vanguard is greater, grade 3 or greater, Counterblast 1, search your deck for its Hexa sources and reveal it and put it to your hand. This is nice. This I don't know if this is actually being played, but I know that just searching for your grade 3 enables you to have that Persona right guarantee for the next turn too. And it deck filters if you think about it. Here we go. We got Desire Devil Gomon. So when this unit is rolled upon by Desire Devil Boshuku, reveal Greedon from your right deck and draw a card. So this is pretty cool and just generate an advantage for free by just revealing Greedon, which pretty much 9 times out of 10 you'll have. This second skill, when this unit is put into Rearguard Circle, from Rearguard Circle into your assault by your Vanguard's ability, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, Counterblast 1, and until the end of the turn, when your opponent would call cards from their hand to Guardian Circle, they must call 2 or more at the same time. This is super helpful for Greedon because it is doing the restance, and you're losing a lot of advantage by resting some of those Rearguard units. This helps with that pressure, especially if they're already at 4 to 5 damage too. So it helps with that regard. So we have over here Alistar for Dragon Empire. We have Marina for Keter. We have Melomano as well for Keter. Tyr Kroka. And Ethan. Nice. We got Varina Especta. Really nice artwork. Look at that green and red and oh my gosh. Like, I don't play Dragon Empire, but this is amazing. This is basically Gear Chronicle mixed with like Kagero at that point. But anyway, so this has the overdress skill, and so also continues Rearguard Circle when this unit gets the original attack of all its original dress, And the second skill auto, when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, if this unit is in overdress state, you can counterblast one. This unit gets plus 15k plus crit until the end of that battle. And at the end of the battle, put all of this unit's original dress into drop zone. So this helps you just have a big rearguard with power and crit at the same time. And what's really cool is that now you can be lethal at 4 damage pretty easily, especially when you're Vanguard attacking, potentially getting a critical trigger. So it helps be lethal at 4 damage as well. And it's just a really nice artwork too. On to the next pack, we got Queen Lu for Dark States. We have Cuff Spring for Brightgate, Steel Judge. We have Kitskits, Enroad Shooter again. And what's this, Nanafo? Yep. And what do we got here? Now we got a double rare. So if you're in Final Rush, counterblast 1, put 2 other rearguards into the soul, choose a card from your soul, and call it to rearguard circle on this unit, and that unit gets plus 10k to the end turn. This is really cool. So this enables you to actually get another attack if you think about it. So, oh, actually no, this is during the main phase. My apologies. So this helps actually fix up your board instead, especially with key cards like Leonard and other units too that the Final Rush deck actually depends on. Also, do keep in mind, a lot of the right lines will get support in the next set 4 for the Awakening or Chakra Barfida. Man, this is hard to pronounce sometimes, but it's all good. And it's gonna hit on February 11, 2012, so definitely check out for set 4 for more support. And so we got the Flag Pulse Dragon, we have Maynard, we got Diffuser Angel, Felicitia, we've covered her. Awesome, finally, Ascendant Assault. This is the grade 2 for the right line for Flagberg. For stoicheia. So you may pay this cost, basically revealing a Flagberg or an Enroad Shooter from your hand for this cost. When this unit is rolled upon, you can Soul Blast one other than this card and call it to rearguard circle. So if you are able to reveal, you don't Soul Blast. That's basically what it's saying, which saves you soul, which the deck actually needs. And so this is just another body to work with, but it's also a useful rearguard. So that rearguard skill, it's once per turn. When your other rearguard attacks a Vanguard, if your Vanguard is Flagberg, you can counterblast one and stand this unit. We have re-standards now in stoicheia, which is really cool because it has the aesthetic from back in Aquaforce. And in a way, it helps to be able to be the 5th attack if you needed to, where the Vanguard attacked 4 because they were low damage, or this helps you get to that 5th battle for your Vanguard to attack 5th battle as well. So this is one of the key cards too as well. So it's pretty cool that we got them. And next to it is another Gravidia card. When this unit attacks or boosts, if your order zone has 3 or more meteorites, Soul Blast 2 and Undercharge 1, and this unit gets plus 5k until the end of the turn. So this gives you some resource to work with that. And what do we got here? We got actually the hollow version of Nate. So Nate is that when this unit attacks, if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5k until the end of the turn. If you are in Final Rush, you can counterblast, Soul Blast 1, and until the end of the turn, this unit would attack. It battles all of the opponent's unit in the front row. So this gets rid of the front row easily, so that way the remaining attacks can just hit the Vanguard without having to worrying about like intercepts, but also dwindling your opponent's resources too, especially like rearguard dependent clans such as like Magnolia and so on. We're just gonna speed it up at this point. So we got Desire there with Yashipa. So this also helps with the new Greedon line. If your Vanguard is Greedon, put this card into your drop, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets plus 5k into the turn. Again, it gives power to the Vanguard, so you can take advantage of the double respan. And we got some of the repeats here. And ooh, we got the Brightgate trigger. So this is all the same effect, crits. So at the end of the battle, it boosts it. You can put it into soul and choose one of your units to get plus 2k. So this is like a robo. And we got a hollow. So this is for help. All of your grade 3 units get plus 5k shield. So this is a grade 1 that you can have on the Guardian Circle where you can card with. And then all of a sudden your grade 3s actually have shield. So this could be a potential key card for the Bastion deck as well. Scourge Dragon over here. Cedric. Carcos. Gravidia Wallace. I don't know if we covered this one. Well, we can cover it. When this unit is placed onto Vanguard Circle, look at the top 7 cards for any meteor cards. Oh, we did cover this one. So yeah, we already did this. It's the right line for Gravidia. This is the stoicheia. Oh, look at that. We got the double R for prison units for Brightgate. So rearguard circle, when this unit attacks, you can counterblast 1, Soul Blast 3, choose up to 3 of your opponent's rearguards and imprison them into your prison. So then if 3 or more opponents were actually imprisoned in your prison, wow. Until the end of the battle, this unit gets plus 10k, and if 5 or more are imprisoned, you get plus crit. So this has power and pressure as a rearguard, so it helps with the Seraph deck too as well. Cedric again, a dragon, Mola Mora, this is for stoicheia. Limber, more stoicheia cards. Oh, we got the crit trigger for Dark States. Nice. Rayosa, and then holy crap, Desire Devil in Cane. So this is an SP. So this card is, wow, look at that art. It's beautiful actually. I like the red. It's pretty demonic actually, but it's cool. So let's go. When this unit is placed onto Rearguard Circle, if you Persona roll this turn, you can soul charge 1. When this unit is put from Rearguard Circle into your soul for your Vanguard's ability, you can counterblast 2, choose one of your units, and it gets plus 5k and a drive until the end of the turn. So this helps like generate advantage for Greedon and having that pressure too as well. But that's pretty cool. We got an SP. Nice. Okay, we have Belinda over here. Upstream. Tenji. Price Trident. Now this card is worth conversation. So for stoicheia, before Flagberg and its whole Rylang was actually revealed, you would read this card and you would think, why? And so Rearguard Circle, when your other unit attacks, if it is the 5th battle of this turn, you could put this into your assault and countercharge. With Magnolia and Zorga, Zorga is still a 3-attack deck, and then of course Magnolia can make use of it, but it's not the best use of it. But once we saw Flagberg, it just like made things like, oh, this makes sense. This is definitely key in the Flagberg deck, so I definitely recommend that. The Gravidia starter, we have Ludily. And then Dragon Empire. So this is the hollow. This is basically Order, Prayer, Resonating Wishes. Pay this with Counterblast 1. Choose one of your units until the end of the turn. It gets the red text. Vanguard skill. When your Rearguard is placed, and if it was an overdress unit, you draw a card. And this unit gets plus 5k a turn. So you're able to draw cards. This is not once per turn. This is actually auto, so it triggers multiple times. That's actually pretty useful. We have Geo Acceleration here for Dark States. We have Gravidia Bird Bomb. We have Piercing Assistant. Creed Assault. This card is kind of ironic. Reading this card seems really good, and I'll show you what I mean. And so Rearguard Circle, if your Rearguard did not stand by your card's effect this turn, this unit cannot attack. So that's kind of like a restraining skill. A second skill though, during the battle that this unit attack a Vanguard, this unit gets plus 10k. You'll start realizing that Flagberg really appreciates the resource gaining cards, and also at the same time, this is a little harder to use because it has to see another Rearguard restand by a card's ability, and Ascendance of the Soul does not pair up well with this, so you have to play other cards that we have yet to see. We have Carry-On Processing, we have Pandemonium Tactics. This is for Dark Stage. It's a really good card actually. I'll read it right now too. So play this card with Counterblast 1, Soul Charge 4, then if you're in Final Rush, perform all the following effects according to the cards in your soul. 6 or more cards, draw a card. 8 or more, all your front row gets plus 10k or more, or until the end of the turn. 12 or more, choose one of your Vanguards and a plus crit until the end of the turn. So this is really good if you think about it. So a well timing that as well. Speaking of the other restander, this is a Grass Blue Dragon, and so Rearguard Circle once per turn at the end of the battle, this unit attack a Rearguard. If your opponent's Flagberg, you can Soul Blast 1 and stand this unit. So this works with Creed Assault. So you would attack with Rearguard first, Soul Blast, restand, and now it's stood up by the ability, so you could attack with Creed Assault if you really want to, or you can attack again with this card and really go from there. We have Piercing Assistant, Flare Scourge Dragon, Creed Assault again, Procus, Reflablishment Dock. Oh, that's pretty cool. They changed the name. Blade Feather Dragon. This is the Keter Section crit, and we got Greedon. Look at that. Speaking of Greedon, so the Vanguard skill continuous. If your soul has basically the same copy actually, Greedon, and the number of cards in your damage zone becomes 7. To lose. So what that means is that you don't lose on the 6 damage, you actually have to go to 7 damage to lose with this card. This is a continuous skill, so if you were to play premium or if you roll with another unit, you would lose that skill, and if you're at 6 damage, you would lose, just so you know, because there are people asking that kind of question. So as long as this guy's in the Vanguard Circle, it's a continuous skill. Again, in premium too, if you get deleted, you might just lose too as well, because you lose that skill too, so that's also watch out for that. But the second skill is what I've been talking about too the whole time, is that at the end of the battle, this unit attack, you can Soul Blast 2 and put 4 standing Rearguards into your soul, and then stand this unit. If your soul has 10 or more cards, this unit gets plus 15k. So this has more power, so it becomes 28, and then if you have the other Desire Devils giving it power, you can hit 33, 38, and so on. And then if you get additional drive checks, even better. Notice it doesn't lose drive checks too, so you get twin drive twice. And then if you got more drive checks, it's even better at that point. Last pack, so we have Braccio Force. Hopefully we get a DSR. I don't know if we will, but let's hope for the best. Bliss Interrupter, Salir, Procus, Caroliphilis. This is really good for stoicheia. So when it's placed onto a Rearguard circle, if your soul has no cards, you can soul charge too. In the Flagberg deck, this is actually used, and then also this can be used in other decks such as like Magnolia 2, which I've seen play. Zorga doesn't have the Soul Blast problem anymore, as much anymore, so this is definitely value in Magnolia and Flagberg. We also got Wish for Tomorrow, and we got, oh, okay, it's okay. The Hollow. When this unit when your opponent's card is placed onto Rearguard circle from your order zone, you can soul charge one. So this is for the prison deck, so if they have prison units, you can get resources in that case too as well. So just to wrap up the video, as you can see, these are our shiny cards that we pull. Oh, camera. There we go. And then adjust that again. And these are the cards that really stood out to me the most, and I'm excited for the Flagberg pull, so that was really cool. We got Greedon over here. We got the SP Desire Devil 2 as well, that goes with Greedon. And we got the Varina Expecta, so a really cool card. And so I'm just excited for the new set too. We were ready for a new set for overdress, and it's exciting to have the Bushiroad Rumble Online event for next month, for January. So if you guys want to play, I recommend it. It's really cool, virtual fun experience. If you guys haven't played before, you can also watch my other video that I talk about on having a great experience with the Bushiroad Rumble Online event. It's just really fun and also a good learning experience too, so that way you guys can competitively get a chance to make it to top 8 and play Vanguard at the same time and have fun. Also, this set is released tomorrow, December 17th. It actually got delayed. It was originally December 10th. And of course, set 4 is coming out in February 11th for the Awakening of Chakra Barfi. I will get it right, for real. And I urge you guys to go to your local game store and support. And also, I'll list the links to the description below for the Bushiroad links as well. So that way you can see more details on these booster bricks and a closer setting too at that point. Again, thanks for watching, and then thanks again to Bushiroad for having the opportunity to be able to do this too. If you like the video, give it a like button down below, comment down below what you guys are looking forward to this set, and you know, some decks that you're really looking forward to as well. And also, if you have a friend that would like to see this content, feel free to share it too as well, and subscribe. See ya, amigos. Bye.